Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be going over the brand new LR Barn patch notes. So, it is the LR Barn we thought it was going to be in the end. It was that green one that was level 90 on Sorrel's banner. For some stupid reason they decided to release it a week later. Maybe because they're going to do a double dead week now and then we get some sort of big collab banner at the end of the month, which is of course what everyone's currently speculating. But yeah, the outfit is sort of very built off the previous one, where the outfits are completely different. Headgear is nice. Cutting's very nice. Passive is also quite nice. Increase basic stats of applicable allies by 5% for each one participating in battle, which is humans, fairies, and the Sins. The hero gains the Hunter effect at the start of the battle. Hunter effect increases lifesteal by 1% up to a maximum of 30% for every 3% of HP diminished when using a skill. He does also have a lifesteal skill as well, so that's going to be absurd. Increase damage dealt with AoE skills. He also has an AoE skill and a single target skill. He only actually has one AoE skill and one single target skill. Single target being his ult, AoE being his actual lifesteal skill. If the hero does not take damage during the enemy's turn, Hunter's Mark is applied to all enemies at the start of the ally's turn, stacked up to 3 times. What is Hunter's Mark? All stats lowered by 10%, resets upon taking damage. Okay, that is kind of useless, I'm not going to lie. Mainly because if you are versing a demon team, they're just going to AoE spam you. Let's be real here. And characters like Esterosa can just play 2 of his skills turn 1, and you well, not permanently, but for 2 turns you've got a all-stat lower. Which is a lot. A 15% all-stat lower is a lot more impactful than 10%. But if they AoE, let's just say with Esterosa immediately, that will then immediately disappear, and then Demi or double melee doesn't have the stat lower anymore. The hero's basic stats are increased by 5% up to a maximum of 15% for each Hunter's Mark applied to the enemies. Does this stay even if it disappears? So that means you'll actually get quite a nice basic stat boost. That'd be a 30% basic stat boost, which would actually be kind of handy. I actually really want to see what his CC is, but we'll find out. So now his AoE skill now also being him Sever. So I was thinking this when I was looking at his kit, and if you look at his relic, which is like 10%, increases his attack by like 10% every time he crits, up to 50%, so he gets 50% attack boost as well. Inflicts Sever damage, so I was like, he's putting in a Sever skill, and that's what he got. Inflicts stamina damage equal to 200% of attack on all enemies. That's at level 1. At level 2, it still has the lifesteal. Inflicts Sever damage equal to 250% of attack. Oh my god, that multiplier change is absurd. I just realised. 200% level 1, 250% level 2. It was only 150 previously. 35% lifesteal, standard stuff. I don't know. This multiplier isn't too big to me. It's only 50%. 40% lifesteal this time. And then we're on to the Extort skill. They've upped it to 25%, 35%, and they've not changed 50%. It's still pretty broken though. The ability is still 25% attack and defense. What Extort does is it not only does it lower their stats, but you get their lowered stats. So if they're on a team that is very built around sort of like buffing stats immediately turn 1, like an unknown team that can increase basic stats by like, or let's say attack by like 110% on one character turn 1, you can immediately steal 50% of that attack, and because it's AoE as well, you can steal 3 people's worth of attack and have an ungodly amount of attack immediately. Some problems with this: debuff immune characters. Esterosa, once again, if you're versing a demon team, you're going to be getting 2 debuffs out of it, which isn't as good as versing any other team, really. Ultimate's begin Spike, multiplier's not changed, effect has not changed. But yeah, he's just got Spike, it's okay. His crit chance must be half decent for them to give him Spike. He has no way to increase attack-related stats, which makes me do think he's got a very good crit chance stat already. He does boost his crit damage. For each extort effect on the enemies, the hero's crit damage is increased by 50%, HP is increased by 10%. That's insane, by the way. Both of these. So not only does it get 50% that basically increased damage dealt with AoE skills, if you apply 3 extorts turn 1, you've got a Sever skill and an extra 150% crit damage. This man is going to shred whoever's alive. And yeah, I'm definitely going to test him out in PvE and see what he can do. I know a lot of PvE does have it, so you can't debuff, but I definitely still want to see what he's able to do, because normally a lot of these lower level phases still can't be debuffed. On to the rest of the update. Galland's Relic. Why have they got such a big page for Galland's Relic? Finally he got a relic and they're like, wow, this was the hype thing we've released in like the last month. And it's true. If there is a coerced enemy at the start of the battle, the hero's base stats are increased by 30%. That's actually very good, only because you're pretty much guaranteed. Coerce works everywhere, I'm pretty sure. So even if it just procs once, a single time, that's immediate 30% basic stat boost. And not only that, the hero's crit chance and crit damage is increased by 10% for each buff applied to the hero, maximum up to 10%. Sort of like Hell's Relic, so you get extra 50% crit chance, 50% crit damage, which can actually be really handy, especially if you do use him for Rat, because you can actually use blue LR Gallant for Rat. I also like how they use the LR picture instead of the blue or the red one. New Knighthood boss. This is the brand new Knighthood boss to be added. They've changed a few things about it. That's really it. We've got an event boss as well. This is just part of the event boss stuff. Event boss shop. Standard Force Ultra stuff, and then we've got the new revamped Knighthood boss calculations for score. It seems like there's different stages. So once again, you see here where it says like with only giants or fairies surviving, inflict 100k, and then this one says inflict with only giants and fairies, inflict 200k with one attack while 3 or fewer allies are alive. Oh, they're two different challenges. One's I guess harder because you can have less points to base it off. Okay, but still, they seem okay. They're like percentage ones. You still got those standard percentage ones. Defeat like these three have not changed. These three have. These are new. Once again, oh my god, there's so many different challenges you can do now. That's kind of cool though. Once again, we'll have to see what this new boss is like because once again, this is a brand new boss. It may be completely horrendous for challenges. It may have like over up. Sure, it could have a shield, it could be constant stat lower, it could be constant debuff like spam, it could be anything. So rewards and Knighthood boss, hell difficulty have been adjusted, so 200 has been increased to 400, they've removed the 200 here and instead replaced it with 75, they replaced the 75 here and replaced it with that. So all we've really gained is this 5-star equipment thing, which we already got some from it anyway. The team they're using for this is really weird. They've just got auto set in CC and just loaded it up just so they can show the missions, because that's Milim, LR Lostvane, LR Glocks and LR Margaret. The boss itself looks quite cool. It's really, really, really cool. I don't think they really changed anything else. The Knighthood boss will be added to the main screen. The Knighthood boss, that's cool. So now all the Knighthood bosses appear on the main screen instead of it just looking like this. So it looks quite a bit better. Looks much, much better. Ragnarok story improvement. So it doesn't just say update coming soon. It's gone. So now you don't have to worry about just staring at the update coming soon button, especially when there's like 3 or 4 different stories. You're just sitting there and you look at your screen, like daily tasks like halfway down the screen because you've got like 3 updates coming. But yeah, good to get rid of that. Fix 2 bugs. That's really it. Nothing too extreme. The new LR Bond looks really good. Galland's Relic also really good. I definitely want to try them both out. I'm probably going to retry Galland again at PvE content because that 30% basic stat boost could be absolutely absurd, and I also want to try and put them with Liz Melly as well to see how they get on with that. But yeah, it looks like quite a good update, personally. There's LR Bond, so I've got the treatment I was expecting. Basic stat boost, more basic stat boost. Once again, another stat lower, so it sort of feels at least a little bit similar to the previous Bond. Increased crit damage, AoE increase, Sever, so match his relic. So I would highly recommend you grab his relic because it's going to be absolutely broken with this Bond and may even be a must, especially if this Bond does become meta in some way or another. Because the ability to steal stats is going to be quite nice, especially when characters like Esterosa are no longer meta, and HP-based characters, of course. HP-based characters you don't really gain anything out of stealing because normally they don't have much attack because they probably have either crit shots or crit damage rolls, and they might not have too much defense because they may be running HP crit damage gear, so you're basically stealing nothing out of them. So characters like Gelda and Red Esterosa, when they're out of the meta, I do feel like this this Bond make exceed a little bit better. But yeah, that's really it. Really cool. I love how they've just given it an entire page. It is deserved. And once again, it is the leaked thing we saw as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.